Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another Mooncolony live stream. It's good to see you. It is Thursday currently. I hope you've all had a wonderful week so far. Nearly there, nearly at the weekend again. And today, as promised yesterday, I've got Antoine back. Hello, Antoine. How
Hello,
are you?
hello. I'm fine, and you? And you all?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. So I approached Antoine and was like, Antoine, I need some help. I need someone to do a stream for me. What would you like to do? And and kindly you agreed, and you'll be doing some props for us today. It looks like some weapons.
Yeah, props, weapons, then you will see. It will be maybe some shotgun, some sword, some
Mhm.
stuff. We will see.
Yeah.
Just I search for some references, but more for inspiration.
Hmm.
I have some real shotgun here. I will see. I want to do something a bit fantasy, not
Yeah.
really existing weapons.
Hmm.
So yeah, I will.
Cool. Yeah. I mean that sounds good. As always, if anyone has any questions while the stream is going, please feel free to ask. As per usual with mine and Antoine's streams, I'm sure we will go completely off topic. So if you want to help us in
Yeah.
that, then go ahead.
But don't be afraid to ask some question about art,
Yeah,
because
of course. Yeah,
we are drawing, so it's still the subject of the stream,
yeah, of course.
even if we talk about Pokemon or VR stuff, or we don't know.
Yeah, yeah. We normally start with art and then very tangentially
Yeah,
just drift off. Um, but yeah, I hope you're all having a good time. I see Ailey in the chat, Melvis, Snatar, nice to see you, Gwendaru, Kathy, other Kathy. Um, yeah, we have two Kathys now. Simplezek says, I love ornate firearms. One shame of mass industrialization is that weapons stopped being artisanal things. And it's true. It is true. I was playing Red Dead Redemption over the weekend, and I'd already played it before. I said this yesterday in the stream. I'd already played it before, but I realized that you could get your guns engraved in that game, which I had no idea about until like 2 days ago, which is wild because you never see your gun close up enough for it to actually matter. But yeah,
in the one or the two, the
in
second.
two, in two, yeah,
Okay, you can inspect your weapon if you want. You can customize it, if I
yeah.
remember, but maybe not in the single player or just the multiplayer
No,
side.
you can do it in the single player. That's how I knew about it. Um, yeah, you can inspect your gun because yeah, you need to clean it, but
Yeah.
um, but yeah, it's it was just something I was like, that's a cool detail, but I'm never gonna see it, so it's something that I'm not gonna bother doing. But um, I guess there's gold-plated AKs that certain dictators have. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Hi Marco, hi Melissa, nice to see you guys.
Hello, hello.
I keep meaning to see if I can get some concept art stuff done for a hobby thing that I'm working on. But it's time and money. In an astonishing feat of luck, I managed to get a golden rocket launcher in Team Fortress 2. I'm glad you clarified that it was in Team Fortress 2 because I would have been really impressed if you actually got a golden rocket launcher.
Impressive and a bit weird also.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I appreciate it because it's a rare item, but it's just reflective gold that lacks the texture detail of the stock model. The engraving, in my honest opinion, is as important as the material. Yeah, for sure. That's like in Overwatch, you can get like golden guns, but I would never get them because I think they look super ugly. They take so long to get, but they look really bad.
Oh, it depends of the weapon. I have some golden weapon on Overwatch.
Yeah.
I think it's okay, it's pretty decent. But
Mm.
no, you can have more than the golden weapon. You can have something like emerald or jade.
Oh yeah, there's the green, there's the green
Yeah,
one.
and
Yeah.
that's I found that's not really good in terms of
Yeah.
visual.
I have a soft spot for the green one because it's my favorite color, so I kind of have to like it. But yeah.
But something that I find too bad is that some weapons are cool without skin, in terms of
Yeah.
colors and materials, and with gold texture or just jet texture is not good at all because they
Mm.
just replace the whole texture things
Yeah.
and the whole values disappear in the weapon.
Mm.
So sometimes I think it's not really satisfying in terms of visuals.
Yeah.
It's hard to have it, and when you have it, you're oh, got that.
Mm. Yeah. Funnily enough, Warframe handled gold weapons really well, mostly because they're supposed to be relics of a highly baroque civilization, so they just make them look like a miniature Palace of Versailles. Damn, I have to look those up. I haven't seen those. Um, ask one of the Mooncolony artists to randomly create a concept that just so happens to fit your hobby as a theme for one of the streams. Maybe, maybe. I have to try and slide it in there secretly. Um, hello, Jawa. Nice to see you. Kalim, hello. Uh, I'm not even going to try and read that French because I will embarrass myself. But I'm assuming that they're saying hello to you. I see your name in there, Antoine. So
Hello, hello.
uh,
Said do for us some good fantasy.
um,
Yeah, for now, for my weapon, I'm more focused on finding some good shape than
mhm,
the actual working things like I think I need to think of how you can really take the weapon and shoot with it,
mm,
where you can put your hand to have a good stability.
mm,
I will process this in my mind during the process of creation, but for now, I'm like, oh, I like this shape, do this shape, and why not put this shape also, just to find a fun idea first, and after this, I will see how to make that more functional.
yeah. I think the process of weapon concepting seems really interesting to me because like it's not necessarily like when you're concepting a character, right? That chance it's going to be like humanoid probably, or you know something like that. But weapons don't really have much of that same structure. Like anything can be a weapon, especially in like a fantasy or super
Yeah,
sci-fi setting. Like kind of any shape could be a weapon. Um,
yeah, it depends. If you want something more realistic, you will have
mm,
to find really good references to really understand how work weapon.
yeah,
But yeah, for more fantasy stuff, you can do like a big stick
yeah,
with just something to take in your arm and just some magic missile,
yeah,
whatever.
yeah. Like it reminds me of like in your references there, the one on the bottom left literally just looks like a massive like
This
block.
one,
Yeah, yeah. It's like
yeah,
um it you know by looking at it it is a weapon, but it doesn't follow a typical sort of weapon structure, I guess. like a stereotypical
Uh,
weapon structure.
It's like a piece of art, but
Yeah,
not really
yeah,
a weapon. But
yeah.
I like it so much. It's the weapon of Senna in League of Legends,
Mm.
and I really like because this is a big, big weapon. Something that she will handle it like this and shoot with a big. I don't know to call that when you shoot. You have
Oh, like a
like a goal.
recoil.
Yes,
Yeah.
you have this, and the feeling of the weapon is really cool. Here we have some first concept for her. The weapon is this size,
Man.
and I like big weapons like this. You, in reality, you can't take it too heavy, I think. But in a game, it's fun to have.
Yeah. It is cool. That's like so people who've been watching the stream for a while know that um, I do LARP, so I do like fantasy roleplay stuff. But some of the weapons that you see there are really funny because it's like no way in any kind of situation would that be an actual weapon. Like I saw a guy on the field there who literally had uh, two massive wooden sticks, and on the end were these super thick books that had been like tied onto the top of this like
Oh yeah,
these two sticks. So they kind of worked like maces, but they were just huge, like heavy books at the end. And it's like that looks awesome, but it's also totally ridiculous.
just
Yeah.
take my knowledge.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So it's funny. I remember seeing him around. There was another one who had a like a mage staff, and at the top of this staff was just like it was made out of like foam or whatever, but it was an artichoke, like the vegetable. I don't know if you actually, I don't know what they might be called. Uh, 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 I don't know how you would call it in French, but in English it's called an artichoke. It's like this green vegetable thing.
Something that go like this, like I will
Yeah.
draw it, like this.
Uh,
If you see what I mean.
uh, kind of. It kind of looks like it. Well, no, it kind of looks like it has scales on it.
Oh, okay, artichaut in French.
Oh, okay. So it's
I
basically the
understand.
same thing. Yeah,
Okay, I see.
yeah. But he had like a big one of those on the end of like this mage staff, and that was his weapon. He was just like hitting
I think
people
it's
with
cool
it.
because artichaut has a good shape, so
Yeah,
it can be cool.
yeah. It was just awesome. Yeah, you'll be walking like yeah, I'll be walking through the camp and you'll just see people with weird weapons and you'll do like a double take. You'll feel like, did I just see that? But it's cool.
This is something that I really like to design. Each year I do the sword number, and
Cool.
this is always the occasion to create weapons.
Yeah. I mean, the thing that I want some concept art for is going to be my LARP weapon. I want to get it commissioned. So, and I don't really know where to go with it. So uh, I need to find a concept artist to give me some ideas.
You can always mention me if you want.
I commission you. Yeah, I mean, I would. I don't want to make you too busy though.
No, it's okay. When I have time, I'll take a commission outside of the work.
Yeah,
Do a bit something else, gain a bit more money.
yeah,
I can do it.
yeah. I mean, that's the nice thing. I do have plenty of choices. I'm surrounded by artists, but yeah, it'd be cool. I will. I'll save up some. I'll save up some money and see what I can do. Uh, Let me see. Uh, Kathy said my favorite word. Oh, okay. She learned that this isn't actually a word, which is sad. is Pipu? Pipu?
Ipu?
Pipu? Yeah, something I don't know. But then she got told pretty quickly that that doesn't mean anything, and her friends lied to her. So I'm sorry, Kathy.
Two for in French is like it's cute.
Yeah, Pipou. If it's spelled the same. Because some people were saying that it's it's like the name, like it's a name you would give to like cats or dogs or whatever.
Oh, I don't know. For us, it's really when you find something cute,
Hmm.
say, oh, it's Pipu.
It's people, man. It's, it's so funny. Just the she's just put, I knew it in the chat. Okay. You liars. So conflicting. Let's see. Simple Light says, I was thinking about skimpy fantasy armor the other day. Oh, okay. In a world where illusion magic is abundant, you could easily have a practical suit of armor that's enchanted to look like bikini armor for cultural or aesthetic reasons. Yeah. Or you could do it the other way around, you know. If you really didn't like the look of the bikini armor, you could illusion it to being like massive clanky knight's armor. Just look like a space marine.
But if it's an illusion, you can touch it or not?
I
Or
think
just
it
you
would
will
just
go
go
through
through
it and just touch your skin and like I'm cold, but you are a big armor, but feel
Yeah,
very cold.
yeah. I think that should be. it. I think it. I think with illusion magic, it's purely a trick of the eye. So you would look super intimidating, but you would have absolutely no armor at all.
And oh, it's work. For example, if you have a pants
Mm,
and you create an illusion of something big and metal, maybe a bit mechanic,
mm.
but you take off your pants, like something that will do.
Oh, it was true.
That's the
Like
illusion will
squash.
do.
Yeah, like when you're in a 3D modeling program and you just
Yeah,
squash
like
it.
it's something really not solid at all, just that.
I really hope so. I really hope so. That's so
Can be
funny.
funny to create. I don't know in movie or like fantasy stuff, but with a straight reality way in the
Yeah,
design, something that's okay. This is nonsense, but we'll do a movie of that
yeah, yeah. That would be cool.
just to be comic.
Yeah. They still move as if they have clunky armor on. No, I think it would be way funnier if they moved as if they were still in like super lightweight armor. Can you imagine how terrifying it would be to see someone sprinting at you like full speed in like absolute clanky, huge armor on?
Yeah, it will be something really uncanny valley. Like you can't do that.
Yeah.
You can't move your arm like this. You have like a big weapon or a big arm, a big shield, and you're just like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah. Well, they have like a massive, they have a massive sword, and then they swing it around as if it weighs nothing because it's just a tiny dagger in reality.
yeah. I think you can completely lies to everyone, be something else with
Yeah.
this kind of illusion. Like, you are super tiny, but
Mm.
you create an illusion of someone really tall.
Yeah.
And when someone wants to shoot you in your head, he can't. It just
It just goes straight through.
and so you realize that no, you can't because I'm immortal.
Yeah. Or you're just like, no, I'm a ghost.
Yeah, yeah. Everyone is afraid of.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Uh, although if you can enchant your armor, you could also enchant your appearance. You could have You could have entire pretend armies with illusion weapons and green screen battalions behind them. Yeah, see, illusion magic is OP, is what we've figured out.
It's about cinema in fantasy world. Like you have a camera, but you don't need green screen stuff
Yeah.
like this. You can just create the whole set like in a spell, and you have a bunch of magicians with you just to
Yeah.
create some spell. Okay, I want this. Here, I want this, and I will put a crystal here, and they're just like, okay, so what's the spell for the mountain here?
I I'm really loving the image in my head of yeah, like a film set with a bunch of wizards on it,
Yeah,
but like the wizards are having to control their like illusionary like extras in the set. So instead of
yeah,
hiring extras, they have wizards who are just illusion magicking people in, and they're there on the sidelines, like puppeteering them around, trying to get them to
yeah.
do
Or
stuff.
the light with their stuff, like
Yeah,
will
yeah,
simulate the sun here.
yeah. Instead of the person with the boom mic, you've got
Yeah,
like a wizard with a staff. Man, this is an illustration idea waiting to happen.
you have
You mess
some
up the spell
idea.
and the dragon starts T posing. Yeah, exactly. That's great. I have to go already, sadly, but enjoy your stream. Your prop designs are always incredibly inspiring, Antoine. You're great at keeping functionality. See you. Bye, Kathy. Oh, and thank you for the hydrate before you left. I'll have a drink. Thank you.
My coffee.
Mm. Oh, that must be a strong coffee. It's
Yeah.
like in a little shot glass.
I already drink like very strong coffee.
Mm. I uh, I remember when I was at university, one of my lecturers always used to come uh, into a lecture with two cups in his hand. One of them was a cup of like super strong coffee, and the other one was just a cup of water. And so he would drink the coffee and then take a sip of the water every time. So he would just like it was so weird.
Well, because the coffee was too strong for him.
I guess so, but it's like at the same time, like why like, if you don't like it that strong, why do you keep having it? You know? So
Or maybe he's a smart guy because caffeine need water to be efficient.
oh,
So
maybe, yeah.
maybe more you drink water with your coffee, more you will have some caffeine blood. I don't really know, but
That yeah,
maybe he was
maybe.
at another level of drinking.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know, man. We had some we had some interesting lecturers at our university. Did some weird stuff. So I'm gonna I yeah, I'll go with the story that he's actually a genius and we didn't know it. Uh, if you don't mind the sugar, coffee and grapefruit juice is pretty good. Oh, I don't know, man. Grapefruit is, to me, grapefruit is one of the worst fruits. I hate it so much.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
But I really like it.
Oh man, I remember as a kid. I think this might be what put me off it. But as a kid, I remember going to my grandparents' house and being like, "Oh, that's a massive orange," and peeling it and like taking a bite out of it, and it obviously wasn't an orange; it was a grapefruit, and it was it was so bitter.
Oh, yeah. I like it, but not to eat just like that.
Hmm.
Maybe it's something else.
Yeah,
like a good trade agreement.
yeah. I had a grapefruit beer once by accident, um, and I don't know. I like most beers, but that grapefruit beer, nah, I couldn't finish it. It was nasty.
Yeah, but with beer, I think
Pardon?
weird. With a beer, I think.
Mm, yeah, I guess it would be kind of weird. It's I don't know because citrus beers are a thing, so it makes sense to put one in there. But I was just upset that I accidentally ordered it. Hello, Vac. Nice to see you. How are you doing? So many exclamation marks. I
Hello.
even got a love heart. How cute. Thank you. Dude, that first one you did looks like it could be some kind of sniper rifle.
Yeah. Maybe with more long cannon.
Oh yeah, longer barrel. Yeah, yeah, that's true.
And for this one, I want to do something a bit more big.
Mm, mm.
You know, because the magazine, yeah, I don't know if it
Yeah, the
works.
magazine. Yeah, yeah. Uh, let's see. A great idea for a D&D one shot would be a gang of illusion wizards extorting various baronies by creating custom light shows for them. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. That would be a funny that would be a funny sort of short D&D campaign. Would totally be that the big bad guy is just one wizard who is creating illusion magic armies threatening people.
So a bit like story of the magician dose.
I don't think I know it.
You know, the Oz,
Oh, the Wizard
the
of Oz. The Wizard of Oz.
yeah, wizard.
Ah,
Wizard.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I guess it kind of is. Yeah, like an evil Wizard of Oz. uh, Continue on the idea of illusion magic. You could have an entire fantasy LA where everyone has a perpetual glamour spell to look younger, fitter, and stronger than they really are. You know, it would be some kind of like you know, in a world where that happens, it would be some kind of ceremony, like a wedding ceremony would be to like dispel your illusion magic and show like on the day of your wedding to show what you really look like or something.
Imagine that in the real world. Like you can do that when you want.
Mm,
You can change your appearance just like this and be today someone else. You know, with the stereotype of today, like a woman should look like that, a man should
yeah,
look like that. I imagine like a lot of people looking exactly the same in the street, like just in function of what works for now in terms of mods like this.
yeah,
It will be just a copy paste of the same guy.
yeah, exactly. Like we would all be absolutely jacked. Like we would all be huge. Uh, Vax says, "I'm doing okay, thank you. How are you? Oh, I'm good, thank you. Um, these guns are super cool. They remind me of Anna's from Overwatch. I think that first one, to start with, the first one reminded me more of like Zaya's weapon.
Yeah, a bit. But maybe with a skin of Anna, I
Mm,
know she has a skin where she's an Omniac, like a robot,
yeah, yeah,
and maybe she has this kind of thing. For...
yeah, maybe. It's her mythic skin. Yeah, she turns into a, what do they call? They call them they call them omnics.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Hugh Jackman. Yeah, Hugh Jackman, my favorite actor. Uh, I can see the town guards having a spell on their helmet that conceals their identity by making everyone look identical, sort of like magical balaclavas. Yeah. Did you guys see X-Men 97? I haven't watched X-Men 97 yet. Uh, I would really like to though. Uh, we have a we actually have a stream coming up with um, one of our artists, Gabriel, who is doing a X-Men 97 fan art kind of thing. I think he's going to be taking X-Men from that and like swapping their genres into other stuff. So that'd be one to look out for. That'd be cool. That's next Wednesday.
By the way, I was talking late of the Sword Thunder.
Mm,
I think it can be cool if we can maybe do that on stream
sure.
on Mooncolony. Like each day, one artist come to draw a sword
Mm,
about 1 hour or two,
yeah.
and like this, at the end of the month, we have a lot of weapon by different artists,
Yeah.
different style.
That could be cool. Yeah. I have to see. I'll have to see who's free, but yeah. Even if it's not every day, we could definitely try and get more in.
Yeah.
How long have we got until September? 1, 2, 3. Man, like 4 months. Not even that. Um, it's so cool. I'm working on X-Men concept pieces myself. I tried to come next week. Yeah, come and hang out. It'd be cool. It'll be Gabriel's first stream with us. So come and show some love.
I was so stressed by my first stream here. I remember at each end of stream, at the beginning I was, at the end so like
Oh
so sweaty
really?
as well.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
but during the stream it was okay,
Mm,
but like talking in English for 2 hours so weird for me because I don't do that often.
yeah.
No, it's okay because I know you more and
Mm,
more it's more okay for a
yeah.
long period. So it's fine. But at the beginning I was so afraid to do something, to tell something weird, to
Yeah.
speak bad, to yeah, it was stressful.
Yeah. I mean, I remember my first stream uh on Twitch for Mooncolony. So we did a few things on Discord before we started on Twitch. And my first one was it was a Q&A with Jill. And I remember I was in the office at the same time. So I had like people in the office could hear me, and
Oh
like it was my first time on like Mooncolony Twitch being on the camera there, and like, oh man, I remember when I finished I was sweating so bad.
yeah, because also when you do that, you don't. It's not really you. You have to
Yeah.
present the show. You know, to
Mm.
make the show for the stream. So yeah, it's weird to act like this in front of a lot of people in the
Yeah.
studio. Yeah, and at home it's okay.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
more
Well, yeah,
natural.
exactly. Yeah, it's a lot more chill. Um, yeah, it's something that, I mean, even just doing like being on camera, and I can imagine it's even worse being on like drawing whilst trying to do this as well. but it's just something that takes time to get used to. Uh, it reminds me of working as a teacher. You feel like a completely different person when teaching a class. Oh, I can imagine. Yeah, I can imagine that. Uh, oh, Vax, I see your question. I'll come back to it though. Like I said, it's crazy. I remember that very stream. So much nostalgia and so much less beard. Thank you. Do you remember what was the first stream that we did, Antoine, together? Do you remember what it was?
Uh, was just after Christmas, maybe just after Christmas, or maybe just
No, it must have
before.
been just before. I have the schedule. I'll take a look because
I don't remember. It was so quick for me all this month.
yeah, yeah, exactly. It was probably yeah. You came on. You did. It was like a clothing study, like
Yeah.
clothes and stuff. I remember that. Yeah, man. It goes so quick. It's crazy to think that we've been doing this for over a year now. Well, I've been doing this for over a year now.
Mm.
But yeah, Vax says, if you could narrow it down, who would be your favorite X-Men characters? Gambit is one of mine. I love Gambit a lot. I think his power is super cool, even though it's just like throwing playing cards and stuff around. Who else? Rogue. Rogue from, like, not from the movies though. Rogue from the movies isn't quite as cool. Yeah. Do you have any favorite X-Men, Antoine? Do you know much about X-Men?
Not really. Not really fan of it. I just watched the movie before, but I don't know the universe.
Yeah, I watched the sort of original show on what was it on? Like Fox, I think it was on a channel over here called like Fox Kids or something like that. Back when I was a child, so I don't remember much of it, but I remember enjoying it. And yeah, I just remember
Really
Gambit sticking.
weird in my mind because I just watched the movie and it's the same universe as Avengers, not wrong. But in the movie, we never seen each other together. And for me, it's like really the same universe because there is so much things that happen in the different movies that why you can't see Iron Man here because huge problem. We need all of the heroes. I don't know. Same for Thanos. So yeah,
I think
in my mind it's always shady about how works the world in Marvel universe.
Yeah, I think it's even funnier because there's so many there's so many superheroes in the Marvel universe that are all around New York that it's like, how do you decide who goes to what? You know, like who deals with what problems? You can't all deal with the problem in New York at the same time.
Maybe they have like a WhatsApp.
Oh yeah.
In a message and okay, who will go to the big alien here?
Yeah.
Or just they don't send any message and they go to and yeah, there is like 10, 20 heroes at the same place.
All
wanted
arguing.
to do the same things just for a small villain, you know, not the big one, just okay, he robbed someone and he's here in front of 20 heroes just because he robbed the bag of old lady.
Yeah, they have a Discord channel. Oh, okay, fair enough. That makes sense. If they have a Discord, then it's that makes sense. It's like I was playing Spider-Man 2 a few months ago, And I had like a similar thought because like there's Avengers Tower in
Yeah.
like in Spider-Man 2, well in the first one as well. But there's Avengers Tower and it's like so all of this stuff is happening and not one of the Avengers so much as like texts Spider-Man or anything to be like, "Hey man, uh have you got this?" Or like nothing. You don't see them, you don't hear from them or
You
anything.
need help.
Yeah, they don't
They're
help at
just
all.
here chilling in the tower,
Yeah,
not going outside.
yeah. Maybe the Avengers are too good for New York. Maybe that's the thing. They look outside, they see the whole like city's on fire, and they're like, "Nah, we have like more important things to do." They're
But
like,
I can understand because if I was at their place, I was like, oh, again,
yeah,
again, at the same place for the same thing with maybe the same villain we see like 3, 4, 5 times.
yeah.
I think I get bored and I don't go.
You get bored, just let him get away with it.
Yeah,
So you know what? He's stuck with it. I'll let him have this one. I'll let him win this time.
I don't want to deal with that today.
Yeah,
I want to play to my Switch.
yeah. I have a headache. I want to stay in bed today. Uh, Shaheen says, a question for Antoine. Since it's prop sketch day, do you have a specific game or movie whose prop designs you like a lot?
Mm, Overwatch inspire me a lot, especially for sci-fi thing. But I think it's more like all the fantasy stuff that I can find. I really like it,
Mm,
and I will have. I will take it as reference
yeah,
weapons or props design because I don't really like some realistic stuff. So yeah, every prop that has a fun shape, I will take it as.
yeah,
So I don't have like a main game that I really like. For example, I really like the weapons of uh, League of Legends for some of their character. Warframe has a really good, for me, organic weapons also.
mm,
Destiny 2. There's a lot of games that have fun design. So yeah, I don't really know. Just take what I like when I see it.
yeah. I was trying to think a specific a specific game or movie or whatever that has props that stand out to me, and I think yeah, it's hard to pick. I feel like uh, a lot of fantasy games or shows, for example, tend to take a pretty easy route with the swords and stuff. It's like, yeah, this is a sword and it looks like a sword. Like it's just how
Yeah,
it is. Um, I'd really like to see games with more creative fantasy weapons because you see a lot of creative sci-fi stuff, but more fantasy, please.
but also sometimes I don't take pure weapon as reference. I will take like
Mm.
just an object that I like.
Yeah,
When we see some lamp from like was a special design, like a gothic design or art deco design, there's fun shape in this, and I will
mm.
take some of the shape that I like in some object, create my own design after.
Yeah, yeah. You can get inspiration from a lot of different places. Uh, Zoran says, "Is Antoine drawing with shift click for straight lines or a high stability pen?"
No, shit.
No, Antoine's just that. He's just got that stable of an arm. He can Draw perfectly straight lines. I remember talking to a Serbian art illustrator, and he said that all of his spaceship designs were actually based on office equipment that he had around his desk. Water bottle? I'm going to turn that into a battle cruiser.
It
Yeah,
can be a super cool.
yeah. I mean, I think when was it? I swear there was someone on YouTube. I think I watched, and I don't know if they were doing like a video essay or something about a game, but they said a similar thing, um, where they were like, oh, I need to come up with an idea for a spaceship. Well, I'll just take something from my desk, or you know, I'll just go
Yeah,
and
and
look through my trash and find something interesting.
in the same time, spaceship are not real. We don't have like a
Yeah.
real spaceship that works. So why a spaceship should look like something,
Yeah.
especially and not something else? Like can be whatever you want.
Yeah. There's a great channel on YouTube. It's called let me find it. Hudson. It's called Hudson something. I'll keep looking and find it. But basically, he makes models out of just trash, basically. Like, he'll be like, "Oh, I want to make the castle from Hal's Moving Castle," and so
Oh
he'll
yeah, I think I've seen it. Like just a lot of scrap, and
yeah
you just assemble it to. Okay, I see.
yeah it'll be like, "Oh, I'll cut the top off of this like bleach bottle," or and like that can be this part or whatever, and it always looks so good at the end,
Yeah.
but I just I can't imagine having the brain to look at an object and be like, oh yeah, I could break that down into, you know,
This will be the
it,
poster of my ship. Okay.
yeah, exactly. I just can't picture it. I'm just scrolling through all my YouTube subscriptions now, trying to find it. Is there really no way to search through? You have to scroll through your YouTube subscriptions manually. That's insane.
It's not a search bar.
I don't think so. Someone will tell me. So Vax says, I've been doing concept art since 2018, and I didn't know about using Shift until last year. That's the way it goes.
Yeah, but no, you must be very good. Do some red line, I think.
Yeah, you must have like super steady hands.
It's funny when you draw digitally, but when you want to draw this your book, sketchbook are like, oh, can't you?
Yeah, it's like a totally different experience.
Yeah, sometimes I want also to control Z.
Yeah.
But just I can't. Just okay.
Yeah.
I will take my eraser.
Yeah. I think I've seen like a YouTube short or something of an artist who is like they've messed up in their sketchbook and they're like trying to push Control Z on to undo it. They're like, please. Ah, I found it. The YouTube channel is called Studson Studio. I like them a lot. I'll put a link in the chat for people who might want to see it, but I really like it. Also, he has like the videos are always really satisfying to watch. The way they're edited is so nice.
Yeah, he has this thing that it's like watch someone building something in Lego,
Yeah,
but with strap.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, and like I don't know, the way he edits must take so long because I don't know how to describe it, but he'll do that thing, where you see the videos of people who are like cutting through Lego like butter, it's just
Yeah,
he does stuff like that, and it's like that must take so long to edit all of that stuff together.
so satisfying.
Yeah, yeah. Mark says the concept artist from Lightyear made all of the spaceships out of random Lego buildings. He's like Art Attack. Yeah.
I follow someone on Twitter who creates a lot of character design just with Lego, and it's worked perfectly well, and the design are so cool.
Character design with just Lego.
Yeah, I need to.
That's nuts. It reminds me of how Warhammer 40k orcs find several dozen rusty bicycles and turn them into an attack helicopter. Yeah. I love that. The Warhammer orcs are the best. They're just so stupid. And you attach a bunch of LEDs to them, they suddenly become more technologically advanced. Yeah, exactly. No, I'd love to be able to. Well,
Okay.
I really probably could, but I would love to make stuff out of scrap.
Yeah, look at this.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I really like the design. Sometimes I'm like, okay, I want to really do this in concept. Just draw it.
Yeah. That's so cool. What the heck?
I don't know if he made this. I think it's real Lego. It's not 3D.
It looks like it looks real, I
Yeah,
think.
it looks but so clean. So I don't know.
Yeah. That's cool. I really don't know. It's getting to,
So crazy.
yeah. The Tuplo.
This seems really real. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's,
Even if they are done in 3D, they're still pretty cool.
yeah. Oh, this one.
That is cool. See,
It's funny because
he said in that one, like, seemingly frail, virtually indestructible. Lego Bionicle.
Bionicle. I think it's real.
I think so. I choose to believe it's real anyway.
It's funny because when I draw some mecha stuff, I always imagine them like if they are toys.
Yeah. Yeah. I
And
think
here, this is
yeah, I think that's really cool. Man, the creativity of people on the internet is nuts. Half Dart says it reminded me of Medabots. What are those? Medabots. Oh, it's an anime. Oh no, it's a video game franchise. I've never heard of them before. Oh, they do kind of look like that though. Yeah. Cool. Ah, yeah, this weapon is more my style.
With small teeth.
Yeah, I love that. I love weapons that are all like wrangled like branches and stuff. I think that's so cool.
I imagine him like when you shoot with it
Mm.
for this, it's like his knees.
Yeah.
I really like this kind of a bit dumb weapon
Mm.
with a funny concept.
Yeah. That's the thing. It can either be really visceral and really morbid, or it can be kind of funny. Well, a bit of both, I guess.
Oh, I've done a weapon for September, something really gore that I really like to have done. I need to show you
Yeah.
because it's in the Thames.
Yeah. For some reason, the eye and all of the like, I'm assuming that's like the I don't know what you call it, the like cord behind the eye, like all of the veins and everything.
It was this one.
Oh, that's cool.
It was from an artist I've seen on Twitter that always do some stuff like this. Really,
Yeah.
that seems really real, like really gore, really cadaveric, and I try to replicate a bit what he's doing,
Yeah.
and I really like it.
I can imagine that having like I can imagine it like giggling and like cackling,
Yeah,
you know?
just like
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
with,
Yeah.
with a small end, like
Yeah, exactly.
it can be a really fun weapon, and you don't know if you touch something that is really because this is his spine, so maybe when you can handle it, it will be just
Oh,
bend,
yeah, it just
just
bends. Oh man.
move in the not stay straight.
It's more like a flail than it is. You swing it, and it just like whack.
Yeah, and when you do something that you want, you can uh, get a reward for him, like
Yeah.
give him an apple or something like this.
Nah, you cut off a slice of whoever it is you've just killed and just
Yeah,
feed it to him.
it's like, thank you,
Thank you,
thank
master.
you, master.
I love it.
Yeah, this is why I love September.
Yeah, yeah, they're amazing. Uh, Cronenberg weapons. Yeah, honestly. Uh, Jaheen says that's an amazingly gnarly sword. Uh, Haley, this sword would bite your thumb off. Not if you show it who's boss.
Yeah, you need to
You need to tame it.
teach him a
Yeah,
bit.
yeah. Imagine getting a giant mace that is actually inhabited by the soul of a famous pacifist and diplomat. What, so you get like Gandhi in a mace?
Like he talk to you when you try to attack someone else.
Yeah,
It's not the right way. The right way.
yeah.
Peace and love, please.
Peace and love. Yeah, you just get like you get like John Lennon, or like
Yeah.
some like hippie dude from the 70s in a weapon. Like, come on, man. Peace and love. De-escalate, de-escalate. Violence is not the answer. Yeah. The whole like possessed weapon thing is fun. or like weapons with a character, like with character, are fun. Although there was that game that came out from like the guy who made Rick and Morty that kind of I don't know, man. I don't know. That might have killed it for me.
This is a game with a weapon that talk to you every time.
Yeah, yeah. The
Like,
whole like every weapon you get in the game just doesn't shut up. Like they're
oh,
just
okay, I
talking
think
to you
I've
all the
seen the.
time. Yeah, I saw the trailer for this and was like, I can't do it. I can't, I would not. I couldn't do it. No way. High on Life. Yeah, that's the one. High on Life. I yeah. I don't appreciate. I'm not. I don't have high enough IQ to appreciate the comedy of the Rick and Morty writers. So unfortunately, it's a bit out of my zone. Uh, I think Michael Moorcock was the first one to do it with Stormbringer, although Stormbringer is arguably the main character in the series. Stormbringer? The name rings a bell. Oh, it's an Age of Sigmar thing. Is it? Oh no, it is. Oh no, it's something different. Cool. Games Workshop stole a lot from Moorcock. Oh man. What was the movie? Oh no, not the movie. The TV show with the talking car, Knight Rider. Now that is a TV show with David Hasselhoff in it. God, incredible.
That's tell me. No. I don't think I've seen.
What did you say, Antoine?
You are talking about a TV show. I was thinking.
Oh, yeah, it was a TV show from like the 80s, I think it was, with David Hasselhoff, where I don't know, I haven't seen it. So I think he's a cop who has a car that can talk. Like it has like an AI in the car.
Oh, no. In French is K2000 maybe. K20 mile. I don't say.
Maybe. I just know in English it's Knight Rider. Um, Let me see if I can find a French title for it. In Brazil, apparently, it was called the Super Machine. That's pretty cool. There's a whole forum dedicated to Knight Rider. This is amazing. That's wild. What's this? Symbiote says, I remember taxiing a ride home, and the driver was groaning because his GPS navigator couldn't stop talking in a high-pitched voice. The AI was like an annoying girlfriend, and he was just forced to listen. I remember when I was a kid, my dad had a sat nav, and the voice that he used on it was Yoda. So
Oh,
it was tough being on a
but with the same way to talk, like,
yep.
oh my god.
Yeah, yeah, it was It was pretty bad. I remember we went on a trip to Scotland, and it took about 8 hours for us to drive to this place,
Yeah.
and for almost the whole 8 hours, we just had Yoda going, "Continue on for 8 miles, you will." And it's like, please stop, please stop.
Yeah, or just change, like, on the left you should go, but before go to the right. You know, something
Yeah,
that you
yeah.
will be very lost, like an enigma.
Yeah, it was awful. It was like in 300 yards, turn left, you will. So okay, thank you, Yoda. I think that scarred me now because now every time I use like Google Maps when I'm driving, I don't have the voice on. I turn it all off.
In your mind, did you?
Yeah, it's scarred me. So now I just look at the map instead of it telling me what to do. Just in case Yoda somehow invades my phone. Jaheen says the car in Knight Rider called Kit, Knight Industries 2000, was my childhood hero car, above the Need for Speed Most Wanted BMW or above the Fast and Furious cars. I feel like that's fair. I would want a car that could talk and drive and like I think that would be cool if it could talk and drive itself. My dream car when I was a kid was um, was a Mini Cooper, and now I drive a Mini Cooper, so I'm living it. I'm living the dream.
Succeed.
Yeah, totally. I had friends who were like, "Oh, my dream car is like a BMW or a Ferrari or whatever," and I'm like, "Nah, I like Mini Coopers."
I'm not really into car stuff. For me, just if the car can just
Mm,
do his job, I will take it.
yeah. Well,
I just need to go somewhere. I don't mind the look, or I don't
yeah.
care.
I mean, that's pretty much how I am with cars. I don't know anything about them, but I don't know why. I think I must have watched a movie as a kid with a Mini Cooper in it and just really liked the movie, and so it just kind of came over into my adult life. Um, but oh, I know what movie it was. I just figured out what movie it was. It was the movie of Alex Rider, of the book Alex Rider Stormbreaker. They did a movie of it, and the babysitter who looks after the main character drives a Mini Cooper. I think she drives a red Mini Cooper with a Union Jack on the roof. And
I don't think I saw the movie, but I see the car. The
yeah,
Jack.
yeah, I'm not uh, I'm not patriotic enough to have a Union Jack on the top of my car, but but I liked the Mini in general.
I don't remember why, but in France there is a mod for a moment that United Kingdom was so overhyped that a lot of say chamber
Uh,
here, chambre, no, with your bed, room with your bed.
uh what?
Sorry, I don't have the word. The room when you sleep,
Oh, the bedroom.
the bedroom.
Oh,
There
okay.
is a lot of bedroom of kids and teenagers with a lot of decoration of the Union Jack everywhere. Like
What?
a painting of the Union Jack, uh, the wall is just some things that are in London, just randomly. And I think it was maybe because there's a popular music band years ago, 10 years ago. And
Oh,
so, yeah, in France, there is a big mod. And when you go to every IKEA in France, there is a lot of just decoration from London, from all cliché you can find about United Kingdom. It was here. You can
that's
buy it and
wild.
just to decorate your bedroom.
That's so weird. I feel like, man, that's wild. I can't imagine. I can't imagine the opposite, of like going into somebody's bedroom and just seeing like the French flag or something on the wall.
Yeah,
And it's like, what are you doing?
for us, it was normal, like something like, oh, it's cool.
Yeah,
It's not France, it's United
yeah,
Kingdom. It's different. It's cool. It's
yeah.
design.
I feel like
No,
I feel like the Union Jack kind of became like more than a flag. I think it became like a symbol for something, because it got used quite a lot by like punks and stuff back, like punks, and we had a group called the Mods back in the day, so they used it quite a lot. Like the Sex Pistols used it in a lot of their uh, sort of merchandise and stuff like that. So I guess that helped it become less strange to see around, uh, like in people's rooms and stuff like that. But that's still so funny to me. Like,
because here, if you have a bedroom filled with a lot of France flag, you just feel like a weird patriotic racist.
yeah,
You don't feel like a cool man. You're just,
yeah,
oh, okay. You are this kind of guy. You don't like stranger.
yeah. The
The same.
yeah. I mean, it's the same over here. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's not. It would be more weird in the UK. Like if you're in England, it would be more weird to show the English flag more than it would the uh more than the Union Jack, because I feel like every time I see the English flag, the person who's waving it is some kind of like racist. So I'm like, I don't
Yeah.
like that. So it's like a similar thing. Like if you go into someone's room and there's like uh if you go into someone's room and there's like English flags everywhere, it's like, oh, okay, cool.
I don't feel well.
Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna go home now. Um, the Sex Pistols were from a working class background, but it was very patriotic but anti-authority. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't know if they would be necessarily patriotic. They really didn't like the idea of having a royal family. They didn't like the Queen at all.
Personally, I find it cool. It's like you still live in the fantasy world. You have a king, you have a queen, you have a castle with people in it that's really here to live. Not just a museum or a
I'm
touristic thing.
like my sort of personal opinion is that I think it should be all in a museum, but but yeah, currently I do live in like a fantasy world. Uh, but it's funny because like they don't really have much power in terms of what happens. Like the government has to ask them for their approval on things, but they're kind of forced to say yes, because if they
Yeah.
don't, then the government will just be like, "Cool, uh, well, we don't. We'll just abolish the royal family again then. Bye."
We don't need you anymore.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for me, you're king, queen of that's just decorative.
Yeah, it pretty much is. It pretty much is at this point.
And I found this cool in a way, but I think cost a lot of money.
Yeah.
Just them be here,
Yeah.
but it's creates a mood. No, like it's a kingdom.
Yeah, it would be weird. I mean, if we got rid of the royal family, then we wouldn't be the United Kingdom anymore, right? We would be like the United Democratic Republic or something.
Public. Yeah, yeah. Having Macron as president, it's not really sexy, you know. It's just
Yeah.
the president.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, a bit boring. But have a king, like
That has some like
king.
power. Yeah, that has
You are
some.
a subject of the king. You live
Yeah.
in a kingdom.
Yeah, it is cool. That's the kind of that's like the only reason why I would want to keep the royal family around, just because I like the way that it sounds.
Yeah, you want to go outside, farm some XP to become a knight.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I have the possibility to get knighted at some point in the future. You know, is
Yeah,
it going to happen? Probably not, but it might.
but you can. You
Yeah.
can if you take time to do this. It's like in a video game. You can.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I just need to like. Yeah, I need to find the right side quest. I think to like go
Yeah.
on to do that. Yeah.
But here in France, you can be a député.
A député. Is that like a
Not.
military title?
It's yeah. You have a seat somewhere, and you are here to say yes or no. But not have an armor. You don't have an écusson. You don't have all the armory stuff.
Oh
Just
yeah. Yeah, it's funny when you get knighted in the UK. It's like, cool. Now that's done. People have to call you sir now,
yeah. This is
and
cool, Sir Jaden.
and it's like
It
cool.
sounds cool.
Do I get anything else? No. Awesome. Thanks. I spent my whole life. I spent my whole life doing doing really important work to get knighted, and all I get is a prefix of my
Yeah,
name.
just just like you farm the whole season pass of Overwatch, just to have the small title at the end.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What have we got? USESWINI, United States of England, Scotland. Well, they wouldn't be states. They're not states. I don't think they are their own countries technically. Eurobni, United Republics of Britain and Northern Ireland. Yeah, that one might work. Who knows? Maybe we'll see at some point. Maybe.
One day.
Yeah. No, these look cool, dude. So that third one is probably my favorite one.
The sword here.
Ah, no, the third one, the one with
Oh yeah, with
eyeball.
the eye.
Yeah. Who was it that did? It reminds me of. Do you know the old game developer? I don't think they're making stuff anymore, but they were called Neversoft. And they did like the Tony Hawk Pro Skater games.
Nice game, but never heard of really
So
or other things.
they're like you at the start of the games, they obviously had their like studio logo show up, but it had a really good animation to it where this eyeball would hop in and then just get like a massive spear go through it.
Oh, I think okay.
Um,
That's tell me something.
and that third weapon just reminds me of that, like with the obviously with the spear, but also like the like cords or veins or whatever coming from the eyeballs going around it. Oh, it just reminded me of it so much. It's like
Feels a bit nostalgic.
yeah, it literally like a burst of nostalgia. Yeah. But yeah, I think that might be. Yeah, I mean we're 20 minutes over how long we said we were going to be. But if you would like to carry on, then you can. If not, you can call it here. You can.
Maybe I can do last.
Sure. Yeah. You're no longer British. You are Eurobian. To be fair, Eurobia sounds awesome. Eurobia is a cool name.
It sounds like something like a Jules Verne thing,
Yeah, yeah,
Europea, like something you can explore.
yeah, yeah. It's like a new continent. Guys, we missed a whole continent off our planet. We've just found Eurobia.
Yeah, this is something I feel sometimes a bit nostalgic when I watch some documentaries. This mood of we don't cover all the things of the world.
Mm,
There are some countries we don't know that they exist,
yeah,
and we don't have the limit of the
yeah,
planet.
yeah,
And I hate that mystery, and we don't have it now because Google Earth won't
yeah.
see the world. So there
Mm,
is no mystery. There is no book with some weird illustration to represent something that's
mm,
no, but not exactly.
yeah,
And this is a feeling that seems awesome for like how you can still take a boat and explore the world and find something totally new with a new culture.
yeah.
Something
There's
I mean.
there's there's a great video on YouTube that I watched a few weeks ago that uh so on Google Earth for a long, long time there was a black like a black dot just in the middle of one of the oceans somewhere, and everyone was like, "We have no idea what that is. Like, we don't know what it is." And the video ended up leading down this like path of, yeah, well, back when we didn't have satellites or anything like that, and we hadn't discovered pretty much everything on the surface of our planet, sailors would go out and they would chart new islands that they found. But very often they wouldn't even check if anything was an island. They would just sail past it. They just sail past something and go, sure, that'll do. And then they'll write it down. So we had loads of like phantom islands that didn't actually exist, um, written down on a bunch of maps because these explorers would get paid per island that they found. So
Hmm.
they didn't really care if it was a real one or if it was like a piece of driftwood that just looked kind of like an island from a distance. They were like, sure, we'll write it down.
This is so weird.
Yeah. So like you look at old maps and it's like there's just islands in the middle of nowhere that don't even exist. Um, there was even one that I think came from like Irish folklore. It was like an Irish folklore island that wasn't real, but ended up being on a bunch of maps anyway because people were like, "Well, I've heard stories about it. It must be real."
Yeah, like the Atlantic.
Oh, sorry, your thing cut out.
Oh, like I said, the Atlantid.
Oh yeah,
That's
like Atlantis. Yeah,
it's a real country, but not. But maybe yes, but maybe not. But okay, we will put that somewhere in the book or map.
yeah, yeah. It's crazy. Um, a nation that exists only in tax evasion schemes. Yeah, exactly. Are you telling me that the sea monsters on old maps aren't real? I mean, those are real. Those are there, but it's the land that isn't real. To be fair, that same YouTube channel also did a video about how for years and years and years and years, France was the total wrong size and shape on maps because uh, because of the way that they tried to work out how to transcribe it onto a map. It was like super weird. They basically broke the country down into like triangles and then put it over onto a map. It was weird. It was so weird. Um, I can recommend watching it. It's from a YouTube channel called Map Men. Um, two British guys. They're very funny, but it was wild.
I think me in the past, my job was create like fake map,
Yeah.
fake treasure map. Like, okay, you can go there. There is a big treasure. There's a whole city made of gold. Just create some story
Yeah.
and go. People go, oh, I will become rich because I listened this map in a book, or I found it in the street, or an old man sell me this map. We'll go there.
Yeah. There was a quest in Assassin's Creed Odyssey where you like buy a map from a dude, like a side quest where you buy a map from a guy, and he's like, "Yeah, it leads to like a big treasure, blah 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 blah." Blah." And you get there, like you buy this map, you get there, and there's like nothing there. It's just a wild goose chase. Um, it's like a scam. It's funny, but there's someone I follow on Instagram whose job is making maps for like video games and stuff. Um, where she'll draw like the fantasy maps that you see in on the map screens and stuff like that. And I'm like, that sounds like a cool job.
Yeah. Even the ones who really create the maps with all the city, like, okay,
Yeah.
there will be a street here, a city here,
Yeah.
a cave here. Seems so cool to create a world like this, like
Yeah.
really create something, a world that player will explore.
Yeah.
And this is not really level design, I think. Maybe something else because it's
Yeah.
a really a big scale,
Mm.
but
Yeah.
it seems so funny
Yeah.
to do that.
I'd love to know the process behind those, like Skyrim, for example, the process behind planning out what the Skyrim like map is going to look like what the world is going to look like. How do you decide that on such a big scale? I did level design at university, but it was very sort of small scale stuff. It was like first person shooter levels of level design. So it's like, yeah, I can comprehend how to lead a player around a map, but something that big, I don't know.
Something that I would love if it was like a real job. It's Easter eggs creator.
An Easter egg creator, yeah.
This is your job to create some Easter eggs and place it on the map or on the level.
I think the best kind of Easter eggs are the ones where like most of the team didn't even know about it. Like a developer just decided, yeah, this will be funny. Like put it in and hid it somewhere that you just wouldn't know.
Yeah, I will just draw this in the texture.
Yeah.
Nobody will know.
Yeah. I remember when when Spider-Man for the PS5 came out, there was, I guess it wasn't really much of an Easter egg, but it kind of was. Someone proposed to their partner in the game, like on one of the cinemas in the game. It had like a "Will you marry me," like Jennifer or whatever on it. And everyone was like, "Oh, that's so cute." But then it turned out that she said no, so I think they patched it out.
Oh no, this is so sad.
Yeah, it's so tragic.
Yeah, because I really see him create the texture, place it like,
Yeah.
in a video game, and she said,
Yeah, she's
"Yeah,
like,
okay,
yeah.
yeah, I guess I have to."
She's like, yeah, I was actually gonna break up with you, but That would just be, yeah, that would be horrible. I don't even think it was one of the developers that did it.
I don't know. But I think the one who deleted it was so frustrated that because cost nothing to just let this thing here for
Oh,
other people who want to make the things.
yeah.
And no, it was just okay. If I can't have it, nobody will have
Nobody
it.
can. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-mm-mm. Skyrim and The Witcher 3 are not that good on level design a lot of times. It's like, oh, this monster kills me with one hit. Time to go back. I don't know. I never. Uh, I did kind of experience that with Skyrim a little bit. The Witcher 3, not so much. But it's never gonna be perfect in those kind of big open world games, especially with a leveling system, unless you do it kind of like I guess Oblivion did an okay version of it. In Oblivion, the later in the game you got, uh, the more like the more strong enemies would be spawned, and they would match your level a bit better. But that made more sense for Oblivion, not necessarily Skyrim as much. No, you're on like a body horror kick today.
Yeah. Yeah, I begin with some sci-fi art surface stuff,
Yeah.
showing like organic design.
Mm. Do you prefer to do more what do you call them, like more dynamic things, or do you prefer hard surface?
I don't know. It's really equal for me.
Yeah.
So when I get bored by art surface,
Mm.
I go to organic things.
Hmm.
And when I get bored by organic things, I go to art surface.
Yeah.
And sometimes I mix
You
the
mix the two. Yeah. Something that I really like to see uh, is I love seeing hard surface drawings, but I also love seeing them as like blueprints, where it's like, yeah, here's the gun, and then you see it like broken down into all of its different pieces and how they fit together. That stuff is so cool. Uh,
try to imagine how you hold it
how you hold
and
it,
put
yeah.
yeah, can put your hand here and maybe with your arm you try to catch him here like you have your hand and your other hand here.
Yeah.
So it's a really big big weapon.
Oh yeah, this one's huge. I was like, yeah, this one, it could go one of two ways. Yeah, it could be like a massive cannon sort of thing. Yeah, like a
Yeah.
massive underarm cannon, or I can imagine like having two of them and dual wielding them like
Yeah, just
pistols
a
almost.
tiny
Yeah,
piece like this.
yeah.
And when you have the two of them, they talk to each other.
Oh, of course. Yeah. They're like constantly, if you get them too close to each other, they just like turn and bite each other.
Yeah, or they kiss it.
Oh, yeah. uh, Kafdar asks, do you ever think about the function of the weapon, or do you just go with the flow?
Mm, I do that during the process creating them.
Mm.
First, I try to have a good silhouette, good shape.
Mm.
I try also to think about functionality, and this is why you see me erase and add some things or erase, add things, because I try to think, oh, okay, it work better if I add it here, I add a piece here to grab the weapon. And yeah, but first I try to have a good silhouette. Like for now, it's like just the first sketch. After this, I will do like more clean line with a bit more detail. Maybe I will rethink some part of the weapon. Say, okay, that's not work.
Mm.
I will do this a bit differently, but I will try to keep the main shape. And yeah, after this, if I am happy with the design and if it seems functional, I think I will explain how a character will grab the weapon, will use the weapon, will shoot with the weapon. So yeah, I will take the time to explain how it works. Maybe how you can change the magazine, uh,
Yeah.
what is the animation of the weapon when he shoots. Maybe he will open his mouth a bit bigger. Maybe you can change this piece. It's like an an earth,
A heart.
earth part.
Yeah.
Maybe you grab his earth and you change by another one. So yeah, after this, for me it's more a start now to get fired and some good shape
Yeah.
than make actual functional design.
Mm.
Even if I try to think a bit,
Yeah.
because for example, I found this weapon cool, but in this view work in a way, but maybe in the other view, it
Yeah.
will be too flat. So maybe I will add some things here. Maybe this part is not really functional, so I will change it. So yeah, I will think a bit more of it. I will do some iteration to tell me, okay, it will work better like this, like this. Maybe I will change this part. It will be a bit smaller. So yeah, it's just a first. I
Yeah. I think that's the thing. If like once you've got like a cool silhouette and shape to start off with, there's nothing stopping you from going in and making it more functional. You know, as you say, adding in pieces uh, to make it more feasible.
Hmm. And especially when, for example, here, this is not not looking like a weapon that you know.
Mm.
So maybe this work differently. For example, maybe to shoot, you have to tickle this organic thing, you know.
Yeah.
So I need to explain that after because it's not like just a weapon with a trigger, like
Yeah.
something else. So yeah, when you create some fantasy stuff, you need to explain the functionality because it will be maybe a different use, a
Mm.
different way to use them.
Yeah. Especially if you're doing a concept that's going to be going forward, like if you're doing it in like a professional thing, right? Because would that then be going to a 3D artist or an animator who might need to know how this thing's going to work?
Yeah,
I like the idea
because
that uh
if
sorry, you go,
yeah,
you go.
yeah, I was if this weapon sneeze to shoot, it will be another animation than just
Yeah,
like shooting
yeah,
randomly.
Yeah. I like the idea of having the like multiple functions on a weapon too. Like you could pull the pull the heart out and use it as like a grenade or something.
Yeah, maybe it can be cool.
Yeah.
Or maybe also you can grab it here, and it will be like not really a sword, but a big mass.
Oh yeah, like a club or a mace or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That'd be fun. Man, I'd like to see I'd love to see more games get into like the interesting weapon designs, you know, more like biological looking weapons. It reminds me of did you ever play a game called The Darkness or The Darkness 2? So you had you would had like dual you could like dual wield weapons. Uh oh yeah, Simba's I just said the similar thing. You could dual wield weapons, but you also had these sort of I don't know what they were, like symbiotic like shadow monster tentacle things that would come out of you, but they would speak to you and you could control them. So if you got near someone, your melee attack would be to like grab them with one of these like tentacle monster things. Had a very similar face to the gun that you're doing now. Uh, and they would like tear people apart. In the second game, you could do finishers on them where you grab them by the legs and then just like ripped them in two. Um,
Yeah,
it was
it
cool.
seems fun. I would like to see more games use weapon as really a gameplay element and not
Mm.
just shooting things or
Yeah, it was
like
really
a
cool.
sword.
Yeah, because these were like those things were like a character in them, like in of itself. You know, they would talk to your character Jackie throughout the whole game, like trying to get you to like feed them people's hearts because they ate hearts and stuff like that. Uh, it's cool. It's really cool.
Because maybe, for example, for this one,
Hmm.
more you kill it, more you will shoot like a big thing, like a big
Yeah.
energy ball or something like this.
Yeah.
So it can be cool in the gameplay to charge a weapon by doing something a bit different, maybe
Hmm.
with a, I don't know, a QTE thing,
Yeah.
with a lot of touch,
Hmm.
difficult to.
Yeah. I mean, even going to like the heart thing, if you could shoot by like pumping its heart,
Yeah.
um, and if you wanted to do like a bigger shot, you'd like let the heart expand more. You know, let the heart take in more blood, and then you squeeze it, and it does a bigger shot. That would be cool.
I know sometimes when you, because when you shoot, sometimes maybe you don't have more ammo, but
Yeah.
for this one, it will be like he's have a earth attack.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Just
you need to like swap his
you need
heart out for a different one.
to make a little bump in this earth
Oh yeah,
to
that would
take
be cool. Yeah, you give it like a whack on his
yeah.
heart. Yeah, that would be cool. That's so cool. Sometimes I feel like we need a 3D artist and an animator to make our dreams come true.
I think we should not all the idea we have in stream maybe create one
Yeah, yeah.
new
Write all.
kind of game.
Yeah, we need to write all of them down, and then we can use them all in the future. It'll be an absolute mess of a game, but it'll be beautiful. Uh, yeah, you use Yeah, you use electricity to supercharge its attacks. Yeah. You could add different elements. If you wanted to give it acid attacks, you give it like a little injection of acid into its bloodstream or something.
Yeah, with a syringe, so you can
Yeah.
change the composition of the weapon. Like if you want them to shoot fire, acid,
Yeah.
just like
Yeah. Oh man, that would be cool. I love that.
I want to create a bunch of sketches for this weapon,
Yeah. Yeah.
or visualize the gameplay of.
Yeah. Amazing. Cool. Well, I think that's probably a good place to I think it's probably a good place to end it, I should think. Kirby, but Kirby is a is a gun. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. um, but no, thank you, Antoine. I know we only said this was going to be an hour, but it actually turned out to be closer to 2. But it was nice. So thank you very
Always
much.
fun to stream and to design some cool weapon.
Yeah,
Really
exactly.
like
Yeah,
it.
yeah. We don't get props very often, so it was cool. More 2-hour streams. We do 2 hours normally. We do 2 hours normally, but yeah, I agree with you. 2 hours or maybe even longer in the future. We'll see. Um, but thank you everybody so much for watching. That's it from us this week. As I said, next Wednesday we should be here with Gabriel doing X-Men fan art. So come along to that. That'll be fun. Gabriel's first stream, so come and give him some support. He'd appreciate it. Thank you, Antoine, for coming along. It's great to have you as always.
Thank you to you. Thank you all.
Yeah.
You
Until
soon.
then, enjoy the rest of your week, guys, and I'll see you next Wednesday. So, goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye.